Yo, in today's video, we are going to be telling old childhood stories of mine. Just random funny stories that I've had in the past. I don't know, I just thought it'd be a fun idea, so let's do it. Alright, so first off, this is like 2 years ago. I was like 15, 16 at the time. I had my first job, right? I worked at Little Caesars. Wow, best pizza place, only pizza place that I can actually eat at because of my allergies. I was putting in the order. Guy's like, yeah, I want to, whatever, cheese pizza. I put it in, orders in. He gets his pizza. He opens, he's like, what the hell is this? He looked at me like, this is the wrong pizza. And I'm like, I'm worried now because this is my first job. This is my first mistake I've made. I'm worried. I'm like, oh God, what did I do? I go to look how I input it into the machine. And I was like, no, that's how it's put to the machine. And he goes, well, you did it wrong, idiot. And then a manager comes to the front. He's like, this jackass doesn't know how to make a fucking pizza. And it was like, I was so nervous. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. My first job, I thought I was like done for. I thought I was gonna get fired. He was so mad. He was angry. He was yelling. The manager was like trying to calm him down. She was so nice. She's such a great manager. She was trying to calm him down, being very nice. She's like, here, Joe, go to the back. I go to the back. I pop both my earbud. I put my earbud in. And I started playing this Tupac song on loop. I don't remember which song. I think it was one of his unreleased ones, or like a mix of like just like unreleased lyrics and stuff. But I had it on loop, and I was trying to hold my tears back so hard, because in my head I'm thinking, oh my God, I just messed up. I'm gonna lose my first job. My parents are gonna kill me, all because I made a stupid mistake. And then I just start crying. I'm like, oh my God. People are walking by. Yo, Joe, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I'm trying to like hide the fact that I'm crying because I don't want to cry in public. I haven't done that in like since I was a little kid, so it was so embarrassing. And then obviously they ended up being like, oh, it doesn't matter, people make mistakes. And I felt a lot better after that. But that was the last time I cried in public, was Little Caesars. And another funny story that happened is my first time when I was going to pick up the phone, like someone placing an online order, like calling in. They call it, I pick it up, I'm like, yo, what's up? Yo, what you need? It was one of those things. One of those things I said, and my manager started laughing because it's like, I forgot I was at work. I'm talking to them like he's a friend. And I remember he was on the phone, he's like, excuse me? And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. This is Little Caesar. He's like, oh, you're okay, you're okay. He probably heard my manager over the phone being like, it's his first time. So that was pretty funny. There was also one time, like a raccoon got in the back. I can pop the video on screen, maybe. It was pretty cute. Another story there's this one very clearly older lady, like 30s. And, like I said before, I'm 15, 16 working there. And again, pop picture up on the screen, boom. I had a baby face. I was very, very clearly a young boy. She places her order. She orders it. She's like, hey, when you get off your shift? And in my head, I'm like, what the heck? I didn't know what to do, So again, first job, first time in public, really. Not public, but, like. So I'm like, oh, I got off this time. Oh, okay, I bet. I'm gonna come up and pick you up. I'm like, what? And I was so nervous. I don't know why I told her the time that I got off at. After that, I called my dad and I was like, Dad, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. This older lady just asked when I got off my shift, and I told her for some reason, and she said she's gonna come pick me up. I don't know what to do. Can you make sure you get here early? And obviously, he did get there early, and she never even showed back up. But I remember it was just a funny story, cause I mean, look, I was so obviously a little boy, and she was so obviously a grown-ass woman. It was just, I don't know, man. It was weird. Another funny story. Yeah, fourth one. Wow, what are the odds? Almost as if that's what the whole video is about. Wow, that's so funny. When I was younger, my mom and my sister, maybe my dad was there, I don't know for sure, but I know at least my mom and sister, she took us to the dollar store. We're looking around, I see two little plastic pirates. I'm like, wow, these are sick. I used to love pirates. Boom, picture on the screen. I was always been a pirate. Wow, so awesome. And I was like, man, I don't know which one to get. Mom, can I get them both? And now again, this is the dollar store, so they're both 99 cents. It's not like these aren't like $10, $15 pirate action figures. These are $1. So I'm asking my mom, please, it's just $1. No, Joe, you have to pick one. And I'm like, bro, but in my head I'm thinking, I want them both, and it's just $1. Like, it's not expensive. I act annoyed, and I'm like, fine, I'll go put it back. And as I'm about to put it back, I'm thinking to myself, what if I just take it? I mean, it's $1. Are they gonna stop me at the front door because I took $1 pirate? I don't think so. So I pocket the one. I come back all happy, like, this one, Mom. I'd like to buy this one. We buy it. We, leave, get in the car. We're driving home, you know, everything's fine, everything's perfect. It is working. I have successfully stolen my first thing ever. It's only $1, but I mean, it's a start to a life of crime. And my mom asked, she's like, who's hungry? And me and my sister in the back, and I'm thinking like, again, I don't know why I did this. I knew I would get in trouble. I still don't know why I did this. I feel so dumb. But I took out the pirate that I stole and the pirate that I bought. I made sure she could see them, like, in the rear view mirror. Like, I perfectly angled them so when she looked in the mirror, she would see me holding both of my pirates next to my face. And I said, my pirates want pizza! With a big smile on my face. And she started yelling, what the heck is wrong with you? Why did you steal that? We got home. She was so mad at me. You know, she was yelling. She fake called the cops. I remember specifically being curled up in my bed, crying, thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail for this, and my mom's gonna get me to jail. And yeah, that was really funny. I've never stolen since. I've told some real life friends about that before, and they're like, dude, that was actually so brutal. Why would your mom do that? That was actually messed up. And I mean, I personally don't think so. Like, obviously, she didn't actually call the cops on me. It was just like a threat to make me. And again, it worked. I have not stolen anything since. To this day, I'm afraid if I steal something, my mom's gonna come out of nowhere and call the cops on me. So I mean, brutal or not, I mean, you know, it worked. But yeah, safe to say, we didn't get our pizza that day either. So that wasn't fun. Boom. Okay, picture the scene. It's indoor recess, right? Where everyone's happy. You know, they're playing inside. 4th grade. I'm sitting by myself. I've always been a very shy kid. I had 2 main friends all throughout elementary that I hung out with a lot. Those are my only real friends that I really hung out with. And I don't remember if they just weren't near me in this time or they weren't in the same class. But basically, I'm in indoor recess, right? I'm sitting in this corner. These 2 girls come up to me. Let's call them Olivia and Stephanie. Olivia walks up. She's like, why do you have a crush on Stephanie? And Stephanie's like, yeah, why do you have a crush on me? And they just keep pressing me. They're like, oh my gosh, you have a crush on her? What the heck? You're so weird. And I'm very shy. I don't talk to anybody. My face starts getting red. I'm very nervous. I'm scared. I'm like, I don't have a crush on anybody. And for some reason, I give her an Indian burn. I'll put a video on the screen so you know like what that is. I did that, and she started like crying. And I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry. I was like, I don't know why I resorted to that, but I just did. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Please, I'm so sorry. I was like, what can I do to make you not tell anybody? She's like, you have to let me do it back to you. And now at the time, 4th grade, my OCD started acting up like crazy. So I was constantly washing my hands. And I mean at least 10 times a day, I would wash my hands. So my hands, you know, obviously that's not healthy. My hands were already very red. The skin wasn't like flaky, but it was like, you know, it kind of burned to touch, I guess, or when it touched things, you know, because it was unhealthy. I was constantly washing skin off, basically. And she's like, let me do it back. So I'm like, okay. She does it. I don't feel a thing. Somehow I'm like, oh my god, ow, stop. And she's like, haha. And now she gets her get back, right? But in reality, it didn't hurt at all. It only looked red. She wanted to keep going. And I was like, look, stop, it's already red. I remember feeling like a genius because my hand was already red. I didn't feel a thing. She must have done it wrong or something because it did not hurt at all. And then I was nervous though. You know, we went to lunch. Everything was fine. We come back from lunch. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what if she tells the teacher? What if she tells the principal? Because I had never been in trouble up to this point. There was one time in kindergarten, I got called down to the office for my inhaler or something. And I cried because I thought I was in trouble. Even though I did nothing wrong, I cried. I do not like confrontation. Even now, I'd much rather just, you know, avoid it at all costs. So I was thinking like, oh my gosh, she's gonna tell the teacher, what do? I go to the bathroom, I'm thinking, there's only one person who can save me in this situation. And that's Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. So what do? I go to the bathroom and I recreate a church, like, ceremony, basically. I'm sitting there, I'm humming the music in my head. I'm acting like I'm taking the bread from the priest. Oh, thank you, Father. Oh, I pretend to sit down on the little air conditioner they have in there. And I forgot. I would try to finish a whole church, and I would keep forgetting. So I kept repeating, taking the bread, sitting down. That's all I remember doing, is I just kept repeating that because I forgot how the rest of the church mass went. So I just kept repeating the same part over and over again. And I mean, I never got in trouble for that, obviously. Not obviously, but you know. It reminds me of another story too. This is like literally a nothing story, but I remember one time I took my my Lego Cole. I got him from a book fair, one of the books in the book fair. I brought him into the bathroom with me. I don't remember why I did this, but I did. Oh, that also reminds me, I used to love getting those invisible pens. Those were so... Dude, those were fire. You used to write them on me. You write like little cuss words on yourself, but yeah, nobody would know until you flash the light. Oh my god, those were fun. Oh, and there was one time, I remember, again, this is another short, nothing story. I was in 2nd grade. Me and my friend, we're looking at this, like, Lego magazine that I got in the mail. We're looking at it, wow, so cool. Look at this. This is right before this is before the Force Awakens movie for Star Wars released. So we're looking at the figures. We see this hooded figure, boom, picture on screen. Wow, he looks so cool. He looks so cool. And that's all I remember thinking, is that we thought he was so cool. And the movie came out and it was a girl. And again, literally, there's no point to the story, but it's just something that I will always remember. That's something that happened. I also remember when I was younger, it was my friend's like little play slide house thing. We were playing 3DS. You would like trade these 3DS like casings because they were like Lego ones. You could like attach Lego bricks to it. It was meant to attach the figure, or it was from Pirates of the Caribbean basically. And we traded those. And I also remember that same friend used to kind of like, I don't know about guilt trip me, but like I fold very easily. So they're like, dude, I wish I had this figure. And I remember giving them like 2 Imperial Troopers because I had like 6 of them. Now I have like 4 somewhere in the crates downstairs. But I remember I specifically gave them 2 of them, and I think he stole their figures from me as well, because there's some figures that like I cannot find anymore. And it's like, I know I wouldn't have gotten rid of these, so I think they're just like stolen or something, which is sucky. Boom. Another short story is when I had my allergic reaction. It was before the Indian burn story. It was a little before that. I was eating ice cream, a new ice cream. I've never had it before. I told my mom, like, my stomach feels weird, you know, like I'm feeling weird. It feels uncomfortable. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. So I'm walking around the house. I'm walking in circles. As I pass by the garage door, oh my god, it's like a movie scene. My mom and my dad are sitting on the steps in the garage. As I walk past, I stop and I look at them. They both look up at me nervously on their face because they're reading the label. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, is there something bad on the label? What do I do? And I just immediately start running. I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? I start running. I'm scared. I'm yelling. I'm crying. I'm screaming. My mom has to come over. They come and run over. My mom has to pin me down. Like, she's pinning my arms down, my legs down. I'm kicking my legs. I'm flailing and I'm screaming around, knowing that, like, oh my god, I need the EpiPen. I need like a needle in my thigh. I don't want that. I'm very scared. And I remember laying there feeling so helpless, and my mom yelling upstairs at my dad, get his Papa Bear, which is a bear that my papa gave me before he passed away. And it's something I used to it always comforted me. I always fell asleep with, you know, cuddling him. That was like my go-to stuffed animal. And I remember him yelling back down, I don't know where the hell it is. And eventually he gave it to me, and you know, they EpiPen me. And I remember squeezing onto that bear so hard. And I remember after we got to the hospital, I remember being up. It was like 12 o'clock, and I felt like such a bad kid. I was like, Mom, this is the latest I've ever stayed up. And it was like midnight. It's like, now obviously I've spent like whole nights awake. But like back then, I remember feeling like I was such a rebel. I was like, Mom, it's 12 o'clock, and I'm still awake past my bedtime. And I felt like I was so cool. My mom obviously hated it. She felt horrible. Even looking back, I think it's a funny story. You know, people are bound to make mistakes, and that's the only mistake she's ever made, reading a label. My mom's always been very protective of me, and she's never messed up with that. She does amazing with that stuff. So this is literally a one-off story, but she hates it. But I think it's awesome. I think it's so funny. It's a good experience to have, you know. I've had, I think like 2 or 3 allergic reactions before that, but that's the only one that I remember. So the way I look at it is that it's good that I remember the story, so I remember how to react, you know, how the correct way to react. Because oh my god, I can only imagine how I'd react now. Recently I had a back scratch a couple weeks ago. After they gave me all the back scratch, that all my whole back is itchy, and I can't itch it because, you know, it goes against the rule. I can't itch it. I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? I'm closing my eyes. I'm freaking out. Oh my gosh, what do I do? I can't itch it. I'm trying to take deep breaths. My mom's like, you need to breathe. But it's because I'm like holding my breath instead of taking deep breaths. And my mom's like, you need to breathe. And I'm like, yes, I'm breathing. Just give me a sec. All right, deep breath. She gets up or something. I don't know. That's what she said. I didn't see it because, you know, I hold my breath. I'm closing my eyes. I'm focusing. Boom! I open my eyes back up. I'm on the floor looking at a wall. I was just sitting on a chair looking at a window. Now I'm on the floor looking directly at a wall. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What the fuck is going on? I quickly get up. My mom's like, no, get back down. Because apparently, like, I passed out. So apparently once you pass out, you're not supposed to quickly get back up. But I had passed out. But I remember I woke up to the song Thug's Mansion by Nas, the cover by Nas. And I remember it was playing in my ears as I was getting up. That shit felt like a movie. It felt like a movie cutscene passing out. Like you're watching a cutscene, or like a death screen. Like you die and then you respawn. Like I was sitting in a chair, I got shot, I died, and respawned on the floor. It was like a 5-6 second like pass out. Like it was nothing serious, but I had to go to the hospital, the emergency room, because I hit my head on the floor. But nothing serious came out of it, thankfully. But I thought that was so funny. And then my mom hands me this like little fidget thing. At the time she's like, hold this, it's gonna zap you. And that freaks me out. I throw it. I'm like, what the hell? Like, well, I don't want to touch that. And she's like, no, it's supposed to calm you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I just need my music. music. But I remember being so scared when she said it's gonna zap you, not like, oh, it's gonna help you feel better, it's gonna give it like a little like, you know, zap feeling, it's gonna make you feel good. I'm like, why is it gonna zap me? I'm like, I was scared, but all I needed was my music to feel better, which was nice. My music helped a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much all for today's video. It's a different video, no face cam, no nothing, just a little fun story time. I'm trying to find out what kind of content I want to do, so I'm like exploring different like genres of stuff. Let me know if you guys frick with this in the comments below. I can try and think of some more like fun stories if that's what you guys want. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, join the Discord, follow the Twitch. Oh my gosh, everything's linked in the description. Yeah, new video soon, so like and subscribe.